Let's bring in a White House senior counselor for trade and manufacturing, Peter Navarro. Peter, thank you so much for joining us. Now, you heard the Treasury Secretary, a record number of filers benefiting from the president's tax cuts. Now, you specifically called this tax day Christmas Day for middle and working class Americans. Now, a lot of these seem kind of like no-brainers. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime. But why hasn't anyone done this before President Trump?
Oh, first of all, congratulations on your new show.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It knocks it out of the park. And watch it, America. How's that?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for being
appreciate
here.
Yeah, my pleasure. Hey, look, here's the backstory on this. So, President Trump engineers this big, beautiful bill. I mean, it was an incredible legislative achievement. And all he did was get just hammered by the legacy media, hammered by the Democrats, tax breaks for the rich, this, that, and that, all the usual crap, right? And it had a depressing impact on our polling back then. I have to be honest about that. But now we have the difference between BS, Hakeem Schumer, Democrat, AOC, Bernie spin, and the lived experience of Americans. And I said this months ago. This is going to be the biggest rebates for the American people in American history, and it's broad-based. It's the seniors, no tax on Social Security. It's the service workers, no tax on tips. It's the factory workers, no tax on overtime. It's all the auto workers in Detroit who are selling more cars because there's no tax on domestic-made cars. And then capital wins, too, but not because we love capital, but because we love what capital does for the American people. When you get more investment here in factories because the tax bill says 100% expensing on any domestic manufacturing facilities, what do? You get more productivity. And when you get higher productivity, you get higher wages, and you get higher GDP growth. And it's all good, and it all helps to deal with the inflation issue, too. So, look, April 15th in America for, I don't know, since 1983 when the Reagan tax cut went in, it's like, it's a day of mourning. It's like when people sit around the kitchen table and they kind of have a wake for like a quarter or a third of their hard-earned income, which goes off to the government, and too much of it is wasted as it is. This time, they're getting a bunch back. And I'll tell you, next year, what Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent wants everybody to do this next week, is change your withholding, because that with W-2 withholding, because that was geared towards the last, the pre-big, beautiful bill time. Change it, and you'll see effectively an increase in your wages every month. You don't have to wait until April 15th. So
sorry,
Christmas
if I may,
Day
I just want to shift gears
in April.
Forgive
Sure.
me for interrupting. I want to shift gears really quick. We talk about the kitchen table. I want to talk about beef here really quick. Okay, so you've called it the big beef cartel. Cargill, JBS, Tyson, National Beef, right? Okay, the big four, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So they control over 80% of the U.S. beef supply. I'd like you to talk to us about price inflation there. Not only is this hurting ranchers across the country, but Americans that are shopping for meat as well. So how do we put a stop to this?
Well, we're all over that, and one of the things today, this weekend, as you have this show, you can go to Newsweek, and there's a piece on how the Department of Justice Antitrust Division is trying a case in May, which is going to blow up the meat cartel. We've got a situation where a company named AgriStats is accused of being the data hub for market intelligence used to price fix and hurt both ranchers and consumers. And read the thing in Newsweek, and you'll see how the Trump administration really cracking down. We got a similar cartel problem in the beef industry. A lot of it's the Brazilians involved. We're cracking down on that, and we're doing everything we can to get rid of the Biden legacy inflation. Donald Trump is working for you day and night.
We will definitely be looking out for that. Peter Navarro, thank you so much for joining us.
All right. You take care. Knock 'em dead.